Steve, thanks for joining us. 1-0 win tonight against Hartley Wintney. Given where the teams are on the table, it's a bit of a 6-pointer. Would you call that the definition of an ugly 1-0?
Yeah, it's probably about the best description, to be fair. Ultimately we told the players tonight we had to win the game. Disappointed not to pick up a point on Saturday. The previous game at home to Salisbury, we should have got something, we didn't. And all of a sudden you're like, we can't afford to get back on a bad run because you're getting sucked in very, very quickly again because it's so tight. So ultimately, we had to win the game tonight. Did we play well? Not at all. Definitely was a very good game. But sometimes as a manager, you don't necessarily know why you play badly. I wouldn't fault the effort. The effort was there, and it's always there. Didn't help. George Moore pulled out with back injury this morning. Isaiah had a puncture on the way here, so he pulled out the start 11. So that's two big players for us that have come out as well. So we've had to change a few things around. We changed the team about 4 times before kick-off. We had 2 or 3 players playing that position, young players as well. And we looked like that as well tonight. Very quiet out there, not a lot of leadership, apart from maybe Predzanez at the back. And it's just a strange one. We played really well Saturday and got nothing, got done in the 94th minute. Tonight, did we deserve to win? No, we didn't, but we nicked a win. So I'll take that.
An ugly 1-0 with a clean sheet, and kind of, I think there was one maybe chance, maybe for them, clear cut across from their left, and their 10 kind of side footed it wide. I don't know if you remember that chance. That's the only one I really remember them creating.
Yeah, I thought probably first 20-25 minutes, I thought they were the better side, maybe without creating a lot. I thought they had more possession, albeit we kept giving the ball back to them as soon as we won it. That didn't help. We got a little bit better as the game went on, and second half I thought we looked fairly comfortable, and then typical us, the last 10-15 minutes I'm then a little bit concerned because we don't tend to keep too many clean sheets, and they did have a half chance that just went wide, but we had other chances at the end to kill the game off. And we've got a bad habit lately, we just spoke to players about it, that we get in a position to put someone else into score and we decide, no, I'm going to shoot. And I think at times we've been a little bit selfish lately. We need to play a little bit more as a team at times, because whereas a few weeks ago we were squaring the ball or setting someone else up and scoring goals, we did it Saturday a couple of times as well where we had opportunities and we made the wrong decision, and I felt we did that at times tonight. But it was a bit of a dog tonight. It wasn't much of a game to watch, and we've come through it with 3 points. That's about it's a frustrating game to watch ones like that, because that was probably everything we're not about. We normally got loads of energy, we move the ball quickly. We moved the ball quickly tonight, but very quickly gave it back to them nearly every time we got it. We looked tired, whether or not that's travelling back from Truro Saturday. We've had an extra day's break, I don't know, but the lads look knackered. 1 or 2 of them are struggling with a bit of illness in there, we're struggling to get around the park, so try not to read too much. I just think it's one of the nights we didn't play very well.
Take 3 points.
We've kept a clean sheet,
yep.
And it was 3 points that we massively needed. So
it's so tight looking at the table. Obviously not many games tonight, but with 3 points tonight we've gone up 3 places, and obviously it's tight below us. You know, we're on 22 now from 20 games, so almost halfway through the season, 22 from 20, and obviously it's tight below us, 22, 20, 19. But looking at above us a little bit, you know, there's lots of teams, 6, 7 teams are in the 20s. So you're kind of half looking over your shoulder, but at the same time thinking a couple more wins and we could be 9th or 10th, or a little bit safer.
Well, that's the thing when you look at. Listen, every manager will look back at games and think, yeah, we could have done this, we could have won this, we should have got a point there. But ultimately, you are where you are in the league, and the league doesn't tend to lie. But yeah, we can't afford to go and lose 2 or 3 on the spin, because you're right in it. But you need to go and back up and get a couple of wins, and that's why tonight was important. We've been on a good run, we just lost 2 on the spin. You couldn't afford to make that 3 on the spin, because we've played a few games, there's 1 or 2 around, so we've got games in hand. But yeah, if you can pick a few more wins up, all of a sudden you put yourself into a slightly more comfortable position. But I think the league will be like that all year, if I'm being honest. Whether 1 or 2 will start to drift away, I don't know. But I think if you look at the league this year, probably from second, third from bottom up to about 8th or 9th. There's nothing between the teams. Well, I think there's one or two at the top that are a little bit above everybody else when it comes to ability.
But a real big
there's nothing.
middle division, if you like.
And you see on paper what look like strange results every single week. We just need, listen, the only thing you ever need to worry about is yourself. I just took at the time tonight, we looked a little bit, we are quite young and naive anyway, and we looked a bit more tonight, and maybe that was personnel changes that we had to make, and we're still working to get one or two in, a couple, hopefully not too far off fitness, but we do need to add a couple, because I think we're always a couple of injuries away from maybe getting back to where we were at the start of the season, which is certainly not where we want to be. So yeah, all in all, decent win, as I said.
Last week, Michael Bryan left the club. Just a quick word on him. Obviously, he's been here, I think it was 8 years. Left one short of 400 games. And obviously, you put something, gave us a comment for the website. But for anyone that hasn't seen or read that, just something on Michael and his contribution.
I mean, Mike, I think, was the last player left from when I first came in. As you say, he's been here a long time, sort of about 8, nearly 9 years. Not only is he a top player, he's a great lad. He's been a brilliant servant for the club. He's nearly always been in our, if you're going to pick your best 11, Mike's always made that 11. This year, he's had a few off-pitch issues, which means he's not been available for 1 or 2 games. And I'd had a chat with him a couple of weeks before, and it's funny, sometimes you can sense something's going to come with a player, and that might be either you having that conversation, or it might be them maybe having a conversation before. And he gave me a call last week, and he just felt that he needed a fresh challenge, which I totally get, and I think it's probably the right decision for him. And but this, I can't speak highly enough of him. He's been a brilliant player for us, big game player as well. Been a great lad to work with, and certainly wish him all the best. And I think, as I said on the website, I think he'll be the type that maybe gets involved in the coaching side as well. He's got a good football brain. He's been a pro. He knows what it's about, and he's one of those that you can talk to after games, and he knows what he's talking about. And listen, we wish him all the best. But as I say, I think it's all round. It's probably the right decision for him. And as I think he's signed with Southall, and I hope he goes there, and I'm sure he'll do well.
Yeah, obviously keep an eye on how he gets on. Finally, looking ahead to the weekend, obviously we've got another home game here on Saturday, Tiverton. But as well as the game itself, there's lots of other things going on. We've got our first Schools Day of the season, so hopefully you'll see, and the players will see, lots of new extra faces in the crowd. Hopefully a lot of people, I'm not sure what Tiverton's plans are, but hopefully they stick around. Obviously we've got the England game on in the clubhouse, so what could be a good day for the club, hopefully on and off the pitch?
Yeah, I mean, in regards to, we obviously had a couple of days last year with all the school kids come down. They'll probably know a few of our lads. They're probably in the year above, half of our lot, looking at the age of them tonight. So, but no, we had it cut times last year, it was good. It makes such a difference getting a bit of atmosphere in the ground. I think that was something lacking tonight. Listen, with the greatest respect, Wednesday night home, Harrow versus Hartley Wintney, and it's -2 out there, you ain't filling the stadium. There's probably about 100 people out there tonight, and that don't help sometimes. The atmosphere was dead tonight, and sometimes you need something different to get you going, whereas we had cut times last year where the kids come down with about 400 or 500 here, and if we can do similar to that on Saturday, I think it will make a big difference. Weather don't look great, so I'm hoping...
Yeah, weather permitting, we're worried about snow and
obviously
ice.
Because of where Tiverton travelled from, it'll be an early decision on that, so don't look great at the minute, but
fingers crossed.
It is what it is, and I'm sure they want it on. They don't want to travel back down there on a Tuesday, and we want to play Saturday. I don't want the 10 days off before we play Swindon in the trophy. We play tonight, and it's weird, although we've won, I want to get tonight out of our system. I want to play again Saturday and get the legs going again in preparation for the following game. But if it's on, we know it'll be a really tough game. They're a good side, typical side from that part of the country, that they're going to be big, strong, physical, and it's going to be a real hard challenge like it is every other week when we play someone down there. But yeah, in regards to it, another thing that would be great if the game is on is obviously the England game is on straight after. And first thing I thought Saturday when we got through and saw the draw was how brilliant if you're home on Saturday as a non-league football club. There's no Premiership games. More people hopefully will come out and watch. And if you kick off at 3, have your game, hopefully get a good result, and then you go straight in the bar and keep all the players here to watch the England game, and hopefully they get a good result. It's a proper day of football.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're watching this, it said home game, weather permitting on Saturday, come down, said hopefully see a good game, and it said stick around for the England-France in our clubhouse afterwards. Should be a good atmosphere. Steve, thanks for joining us, and I said fingers crossed, see you Saturday.